Welcome back friends to the news of 5th June from the newspaper The Hindu, and if you are preparing for UPSC exam you can visit our website isbio.com or exammap.com, or you can contact us on a WhatsApp number. So let's start. First topic is UNHRC. So the Human Rights Council, United Nations Human Rights Council, is an intergovernmental body within the United Nations system responsible for strengthening the promotion and protection of human rights around the world. The council was created by United Nations General Assembly in 2006, and it replaced the former United Nations Commission on Human Rights. The Office of High Commissioner for Human Rights serves as the Secretariat of Human Rights Council, and headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. It is made up of 47 United Nations member states which are elected by United Nations General Assembly, and it takes into account the candidates' contribution to the promotion and protection of human rights as well as their voluntary pledge and commitments in this regard. So the council's members is based on equitable geographical distribution, and seats are allocated as: from African states there are 13 seats, from Asia Pacific states 13 seats, from Latin America and Caribbean states 8 seats, from Western European and other states 7 seats, from Eastern European states 6 seats. So members of council serve for 3 years, and they are not eligible for immediate re-election after serving 2 consecutive terms. Next topic is 0 hour. So it is an Indian parliamentary innovation. It is not mentioned in the parliamentary rule book, and under this, members of parliament can raise matters without any prior notice, and it starts immediately after the question hour and lasts until the agenda for the day taken up. And in other words, the time gap between the question hour and the agenda is known as 0 hour. Next topic is gross value added. So in 2015, India opted to make major changes to its compilation of national accounts and decided to bring the whole process into the conformity with United Nations System of National Accounts of 2008. So what is System of National Accounts? It is internationally agreed standard set of recommendation on how to compile measures of economic activity, and it describes a coherent, consistent and integrated set of macroeconomic accounts in the context of set of internationally agreed concepts, definitions, classifications and accounting rules. As per System of National Accounts, gross value added is defined as the value of output minus intermediate consumption, and is a measure of the contribution to growth made by individual producer and industry or sector. It provides the rupee value for the number of goods and services produced in an economy after deducting the cost of inputs and raw materials that have gone into the production of those goods and services. It can be described as the main entry on the income side of nation's accounting balance sheet, and from economics perspective represents the supply side. At macro level, from national accounting perspective, gross value added is the sum of country's GDP and net of subsidies and taxes in the economy. So the gross value added is GDP plus subsidies on products minus taxes on products. Earlier, India has measuring gross value added at factor cost till new methodology was adapted. In gross value added at basic prices became the primary measure of economic output. Now it will, at basic prices, it will include production taxes and exclude production subsidies. So at factor cost includes no tax and exclude no subsidy. The base year for it is 2011 to 2012. The NSO, National Statistical Office, provides both quarterly and annual estimates of gross value added, and it provides sectoral classification data on 8 broad categories that includes good produced and services provided in the economy. So these 8 sectors are categories: agricultural, forestry and fishing, mining and quarrying, manufacture, electricity, gas, water supply and other utility services, construction, trade hotels, transport, communication and services related to broadcasting, financial, real estate and professional services, public administration, defense and other services. Next topic is low Earth orbit technology, internet from sky. So what is OneWeb? It is a global communication company that aims to deliver broadband satellite internet around the world through its fleet of LEO satellites, that is low Earth orbit. And in 2010, company declared bankruptcy but was able to resume operations following an inflow of investment through a consortium consisting of UK government, Hugs Communication, Sunil Mittal's Bharti Global Limited, SoftBank and Eutelsat, and a leading European satellite operator. So what is LEO technology? It have been orbiting the planet since 1990s, providing companies and individuals with various communication services, and it positioned around 500 kilometer to 2000 kilometer from the earth, and compared to the stationary orbit satellites which are approximately at 36,000 kilometer away, and on and latency or the time needed for the data to be sent and received is contingent on proximity. So as LEO satellites orbit closer to Earth, they are able to provide stronger signals and faster speeds than traditional fixed satellite system, because signals travel faster through space than through fiber cable optics. They are also have the potential to rival, if not existing ground-based network. However, it travel a speed of 27,000 km per hour and complete a full circuit of the planet in 90 to 120 minutes. As a result, individual satellites can only make direct contact with a land transmitter for a short period of time, thus requiring massive LEO satellites fleets and consequently an significant capital investment. Due to these costs of three mediums of internet, fiber, spectrum and satellite, the latter is most expensive, and LEO satellite broadband is only preferable in areas that cannot be reached by fiber and spectrum services, and OneWeb's target market will therefore be rural populations and military units operating away from urban areas. Next topic is rising oil prices and OPEC plus. So Organization of Petroleum and Exporting Countries, that is OPEC, is a permanent intergovernmental organization created at Baghdad Conference in 1960 by Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Venezuela. Its aims to manage supply of oil in an effort to set the price of oil in the world market, and in order to avoid fluctuations that might affect the economies of both producing and purchasing countries. Headquartered in Vienna and Austria, and the membership is open to any country that is substantial exporter of oil and which shares the ideals of the organization. The Gabon terminated its membership in January 1995. However, it rejoined the organization in July 2016. As of 2019, OPEC has total of 14 member countries, that is Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, that is UAE, Saudi Arabia, Algeria, Libya, Nigeria, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, Republic of Congo, Angola, Ecuador, Venezuela. And about OPEC plus, it refers to the alliance of crude producers who have been undertaking corrections in supply in the oil market since 2017, and OPEC plus countries include Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Brunei, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Mexico, Oman, Russia, South Sudan and Sudan. So these 14 members plus these countries are OPEC plus countries. Next is China's artificial sun experimental fusion reactor. So for 20 seconds, China's artificial sun east achieved a peak temperature of 288 million degree Fahrenheit, which is over 10 times hotter than sun. So about artificial sun, it is HL helium 2M tokamak reactor is China's largest and most advanced nuclear fusion experimental research device, and it have the device that potentially unlock a powerful clean energy source. It is a device is used in it to replicate the nuclear fusion process that occurs naturally in the sun, and it uses powerful magnetic field to fuse hot plasma and reach temperature of over 150 million degrees Celsius and approximately 10 times hotter than the core of the sun, and it located in Sichuan province. The reactor is often called artificial sun on account of enormous heat and power it produces. So about nuclear fusion, it defined as the combining of two lighter nuclei into a heavier nuclei. Means combining of two lighter nuclei into the heavier nuclei, and such reactions are source of energy in the sun and other stars, and it takes considerably energy to force the nuclei to fuse. The conditions needed for this process are extreme millions of degree of temperature and millions of pascals of pressure, and the hydrogen bomb is based on thermonuclear fusion reaction, and based on fission of uranium and plutonium, a nuclear bomb is placed at the core of hydrogen bomb to provide initial energy. Next is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So it is a permanent intergovernmental international organization. Creation was announced on 15th June 2001 in Shanghai, China by Republic of Kazakhstan, People's Republic of China, Kyrgyz Republics, Russian Federation, Republic of Tajikistan, and Republic of Uzbekistan. It was preceded by Shanghai Five Mechanisms, and the Charter Shanghai Cooperation Organization Charter was signed during St. Petersburg SCO Head of State meeting in June 2002 and entered in force on 19 September 2003. The official language of SCO are Russian and Chinese, and the 8 member states India, Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Russia, and Pakistan, and have 4 observer states Afghanistan, Belarus, Iran, Mongolia. Next topic is Model Tenancy Act. So highlight about this act that applicable prospectively and will not affect the existing tenancies, and written agreement is a must for all tenancies. Agreement will have to submit to the concerned district rent authority. The law also speaks about the roles and responsibilities of the landlord and tenants. No landlord or property manager can withhold any essential supply to premises occupied by tenant. If the tenancy has not been renewed, the tenancy shall be deemed to renewed on a month-to-month basis on the same terms and conditions were in the expired tenancy agreement for maximum period of 6 months. Compensation in case of non-vacancy, and the landowner or property manager may enter a premise in accordance with a written notice or notice through a electronic medium. Next topic is online tracking portal Bal Swaraj launched. So it is a device by National Communication for Protection of Child Rights, that is NCPCR, under Section 109 of Juvenile Justice Act 2015. It has been created with the purpose of online tracking and digital real-time monitoring mechanisms of children who are in need of care and protection, and it has extended the use of this portal for tracking children who have lost parents or either of parents during COVID-19, and it provided a link under the name of COVID Care for uploading of a data of such children by concerned officer department of the portal. The Supreme Court has directed all district officers around the states and UTs to fulfill data on Commission's portal on Bal Swaraj portal under COVID Care link about NCPCR set up in March 20 2007 under Commission for Protection of Child Right Acts 2005 and works under the administrative control of Ministry of Women and Child Development, and the child is defined as person in the 0 to 18 years age group, and the Commission's mandate is to ensure that all laws, policies, programs and administrative mechanisms are in consonance with child rights perspective as enshrined in the Constitution of India and also the UN Convention on the Rights of Child. Next is X-ray Setu service. So the government has launched X-ray Setu service for rapid screening of COVID-19 with the help of chest X-ray interpretation over WhatsApp for doctors who have access to X-ray machines. So X-ray Setu is an artificial intelligence driven X-ray interpretation platform. It has been developed to identify COVID-19 positive patients from low resolution chest X-ray images sent over WhatsApp, and it developed by Art Park, that is Artificial Intelligence and Robotic Technology Park, in the collaboration with Bangalore based health technology startup Niramai and Indian Institute of Science. Thank you, class.